Hello, good day everyone. Today we will discuss essential topics again about introduction to philosophy of the human person. And we will again review and discuss the learning activity sheet as provided by DepEd to the students in senior high school. So, are you ready now? Let's get it on!
Welcome everyone to my channel. My name is Mon, Sir Mon.
Okay class, moving on. Our previous competencies are about distinguishing opinion from truth, realizing that the methods of philosophy lead to wisdom and truth, and evaluating truth from opinions in different situations using the methods of philosophizing. Okay? Well, for this week, our competencies will be for you to be able to recognize how the human body imposes limits and possibilities for transcendence. And number two, evaluate own limitations and the possibilities for their transcendence. Okay, let's move on. We as human beings together with our body has its limitations, which means that we are not equipped with the best physical attributes among all beings in the world. There are things that we humans don't possess or capable of doing compared to other living creatures here on earth. For example, human beings are not capable of flying like the birds, nor can we breathe underwater without the aid of a breathing apparatus. But the thing that makes man different from other living things is that man does possess spirit. Okay? And as an embodied spirit, we, human persons, have numerous opportunities to explore everything around us and even within ourselves. Though we enjoy a number of advantages compared to other beings, still there are a number of things that we naturally cannot do. Despite these natural limitations, we have airplanes to fly, employ scuba gear to swim underwater for extended periods, right? And we invented tools and machines to lift gear weights and perform other feats well beyond our physical capabilities. Imagine that. As the famous quote says, necessity is the mother of all inventions. Okay, take note that the author of this proverbial saying is not known at all. It is sometimes ascribed to Plato, and it does appear in translations of Plato's Republic. Plato's Republic says, our need will be the real creator. Okay? Those translations were not made until much later than the phrase was in common use in English and are more likely to be the work of the translator than being a literal version of Plato's words. The proverb was known in England by the 16th century, although at that point it must have been known to very few as it was then documented in its Latin form rather than in English. Many well-known proverbs appeared first in Latin and were transcribed into English by Erasmus and others, often as training texts for Latin scholars. But more than that, it's very important to understand that necessity is the mother of all inventions. Because you need this, you invent something so that you can do something to satisfy your needs, right? You agree with that? Take note of that, okay? Now, let's go to the next slide. Now that we are living in this new era, we tend to surpass limits in order to achieve our goals in life. And this is called transcendence. Google defines it as the basic ground concept from the word's literal meaning, from Latin, of climbing or going beyond. Okay? Our mind is an important tool that allows us to go beyond our physical limits. As persons, we are able to exercise our imagination and reflection to go beyond our thoughts and experiences. Okay? Take note of that. Although we have physical limitations, we can transcend them because of our spiritual dimensions. Being physically limited in our abilities does not prevent us from hoping and aspiring for greater things. Transcendence also means overcoming oneself or being in control, even if the body reminds us of certain tendencies. Although these tendencies are felt, the person can govern them and ensure that they are exercised within the bounds of reasons. Okay. A person who has no control over his or her eating habit eventually becomes unhealthy and develops an eating disorder. A person who allows the pleasures of dangerous drugs to rule over him becomes a drug addict. In summary, the essence of transcendence is the knowledge, okay, and to acknowledge our limitations. Acceptance, okay, identify possibilities for development and change ourselves for the better. Okay. Again, I hope I was able to explain in simple words what our lesson for today. Activity sheets are given to all students. As usual, your activities will release your awareness of your limitations and also the possibilities for your transcendence. You are expected to work on your activities independently and to return them before prescribed deadline. Bring out the philosopher in you. Okay? So, see you all next session. You can do your activities through our online links. Just watch out for more announcements in our online class. Keep safe, everyone. Bye-bye.